my hat from work. Oh, you guys don't know this, but I changed jobs after 5 years. I am now working in the cafeteria at my work. I just changed the department. It is awesome. I make salads for people, and there's a tray line, and I go upstairs and bring the trays to patients and say, "Hi, my name is blah blah from blah blah. What is your name and date of birth?" You have to say what is your name and date of birth because there's people on strict diets and stuff, so you have to make sure it's the right person. And then you get to talk to them. And then you say, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" And I get to chop with knives. And my coworkers are so nice. And it's not that you're working by yourself. People actually want to help you work. And my other department was all me doing it. It seemed like downstairs. And nobody asked to help. And you get free food. See, they throw away the food at the end of the shift. So all that's left is we get to eat it. But I still love shakes. Something about shakes. And I still don't want to cook because I miss my dad's spaghetti and I miss Lisa cooking with me. And by the way, I miss my friend Lisa. This is how me and her became friends. Because at the beginning of December, 5 years ago, I said, "It's the season to be jolly. Are you jolly?" And she knew that instant that she fell in love with me as a friend. So this is Lisa and my favorite holiday, because this is how we became friends. So, yeah. Anyways, on a more serious note, I want you guys to pray for my uncle that has advanced lung cancer. He's getting worse and he's dying. And we just lost my father and my mother just lost a husband in July. We don't need to lose, I don't need to lose an uncle and she doesn't need to lose a brother. Because when she gets angry, her anger is directed towards me for some reason. I think because she knows that I need her since I have a disability or something. Or maybe because she knows I can handle it. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I can't drive, so as I said, she knows I'm going to need her and I won't leave her. Or forsake her. Even though I live by myself. And I have lots of goals still to do. But I failed at a goal. My goal was to get off antidepressants before 2016. That's not going to happen because the doctors can't just take you off of antidepressants or some medicine. They have to wean you off of it. But Pop, I'm going to see my doctor soon. I think in January. Then I'll ask him to wean it off of me. And, anyways, on a real serious note, what the Bible says 1,000 years ago is true because it's happening today. Like, I don't remember the exact verse, and I might not get it exactly right, but this is what, and I don't know where it was in the Bible. It says, nations are going to go against nations, and people are going to kill other people in my name. And people and brothers and sisters are going to go against brothers and sisters. And mothers and fathers are going to go against each other. And sisters and daughters are going to go against each other. Guess what? People are killing other people because we believe in Jesus. Guess what? Nations are going against other nations. Brothers and sisters all going against each other. There's killings of people, of sisters and brothers killing each other. Young kids in the news. And there's mothers that attack their kids. So the Bible stands true. Just look at the news and you know. That's why I believe in Jesus Christ and the Lord and God and the Father. Yes, I'm learning to say and think of him as the Father now more. Because, as I said, if you look in the news, and you know, sometimes people talk about suicide because they want to be people to be aware of suicide. Sometimes people talk about suicide because they want to tell you something, but they don't know a better way to tell you, so they just talk about suicide hoping you would ask why. And if they keep saying and talking about suicide, means they want you to ask them why. But they just don't know how to say it. Or maybe they're afraid that you're going to call the cops. Or that they're going to burden you. If somebody is saying that over and over again towards you, it means they trust you enough to help them out without threatening them. Or without turning your back on them. So, yeah. And sometimes people talk about suicide because they lost somebody's suicide and they want to talk about the people they lost. They just don't know how to say it. So they use it around. And just because somebody says they want to escape doesn't mean they want to commit suicide. In my case, when I say I want to escape, it means I'm mentally and physically tired and need a break, or I want to go to sleep. So words mean different things to people. And it's not right to say to somebody to egg them on or to call their bluffs when they want to. In my case, I have a disability. So I don't know how to communicate that good my needs sometimes. So I talk about suicide to tell somebody I'm stressed out and I want to talk about something, but I'm scared to talk about it. And I don't know how to say that. Or I don't know if the person's really going to care. Or sometimes I talk about it because I saw it in the news. Or sometimes I watched a movie about it. Like I watched a movie the other day. It's called Before I Die. And I'll tell you some of it. And the guy was screaming at an old teacher of his who was in the hospital and dying. And he was yelling at her. And then the granddaughter came in and was like, "Why are you yelling at my grandmother? She's not lucid," or something. And then the guy said, "You wouldn't understand." And then the girl was like, "Why?" And then he told him that he had a plan to commit suicide and he had a list to make everybody feel bad for why he wanted to commit suicide, but he wasn't going to tell the people he was committing suicide. And then she's like, "Can I videotape it, you Johnny?" Because he said he was going to die in 3 weeks. Anyways, so, yeah. So, long story short, I'm not going to tell you everything, but at the end, he didn't do it because she cared. And it's not because people didn't care about him, it's because he felt empty inside. Like he didn't know his passion and he didn't like where his life was going. And he was bored with life. When you get bored with life, there's always something else you can learn. ¿Qué pasa? I learned a Spanish word, but I forgot what it meant. Nada means nothing. There's always something to learn. Anyways, yes, I know I gotta learn a better way to communicate besides saying I'm suicidal or talking about suicide when I'm stressed out. But I'll learn eventually. Anyways,